Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
What's on Tap podcast with a cackling chanter in the background. And we are, once again, of course, joined with Chanter and Mathis. And we are on our, trying one more beer that I brought back from the U.S. And the latest beer from Nerdbrewing. So it should be a fun episode.
Sweden versus U.S.
Yes, you should lean in as well so we can hear you. Yeah, there you go.
So I was saying Sweden versus U.S.
Very good. Yeah, good times. I think
Great story.
I think there's going to be a very clear winner today.
I believe so, yeah.
So first up we have something from an Oklahoma brewery called Roughtail Brewing, established in 2012. Yep.
Good story.
Another great story.
We are all full of stories today. So this is from Midwest City, Oklahoma, which no idea where that is.
Oklahoma.
Thank you very much. Somewhere in the depths of Oklahoma. I think it's, I don't know. I have no idea. I can't even begin to guess where it is. I was looking for an ABV on this thing, and I do not see it anywhere. You guys are a lot of help, let me tell you.
Well, I mean, you're holding the can, so.
I know, but there's no ABV on this.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
I saw it before.
Whoever finds it first wins. I don't know what I win, but I'm gonna find it.
All right. Well, you can tell us about this.
Okay, you guys go on.
And I believe this is a New England IPA, in theory.
Almost smells like the in Furrows from Leo versus Ursus.
Think so?
Yeah.
It's a little more sweet.
Sweet and malty.
Yeah. It seems to be the Midwestern game when it comes to IPAs, malty IPAs.
Yeah.
Because the ones we've had so far have been very much in that vein. And this is part of the rotating IPA series, and I looked this up online on Untapped, and there's several versions of the Adaptation Ale coming out of Roughtail, and I have no idea which one this is because they all kind of look the same on the can.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not sure which version of this is. I told you it wasn't on there. It says adaptation to see this particular IPA's flavor, attribute ratings. Oh, so you have to go to roughtailbeer.com adaptation to see this beer's IPA's aggressive ratings.
The beer. I hate that the beer's telling us what to do.
Because you got a problem with authority.
Exactly.
So look on your phone and go to this URL and then tell us what it says.
Okay.
In the meantime, we'll continue our discussions over here about the,
Excellent.
So the beer itself is very apricot-y kind of looking.
And it smells very malty and caramelly.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, judging from the look of it, it should not
be as
be
malty
that
as it smells.
caramelly. Well, it should not be that caramelly.
No, I agree. It's got a bit of a citrusy nose to it, but it's very subtle. You gotta kind of look for it.
Or smell for it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta search for it, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. I'm using words to replace words, so instead of look, you have to search for it. Nasally.
What would you else use to replace words?
Semaphore. I like flags.
Yeah, I mean, a flag is also a word.
No, flag is a design. You know what semaphore is?
Tell me about it.
So, in nautical terms, when you're signaling things, you use flags to signal other boats
Oh, okay.
on what
Yeah,
things
I
happening.
gotcha.
There you go.
So, also what they do on airports?
Nope.
Well, used to, maybe.
Nope. More like aircraft carriers.
Aircraft carriers is what I was thinking.
Or
about, yeah.
boat to boat
Boat to boat.
communications.
Boat to boat or aircraft carriers.
Is that like sword to sword?
Nope. Totally different.
That's another story.
Yes. No, I think
bad.
it's boat to boat, less aircraft carrier.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I think it's a
aircraft
naval
carrier is a
thing. I
boat.
think it is a boat. It's a ship.
We have
Fun
some
fact.
All right. Fun fact: this.
8% ABV.
8% ABV.
Yep.
So maybe that would explain the.
Is that everything it tells us? They went to the URL and we went on Tapped. Is this the site?
Yeah. Wasn't I supposed to go to the site?
This is not a black IPA, strong pine needles and subtle
Okay.
horn. That is not it.
It's totally wrong.
But yeah, it says the problem. So, all right. So we're looking at this one. This is from July 2015. Is there not more in this? I just scroll up.
Assistant fail.
All right, so this is actually the last version of this, which is a January release, and we're now trying this in end of July. So this dude is an oat-driven MWC hazy IPA.
MWC.
We use our standard 2-row base malt with Cara Copper with not one but 2 types of oats. Adaptation is 11, is rockin' golden naked oats and flaked oats, giving this rendition of our rotating IPA series a silky mouthfeel, beautiful golden color, and a slightly nutty backbone.
Ooh.
Naked and nutty.
Maybe it's the nutty backbone that we're smelling.
I would say yes, but I do get
Possibly.
Where did you get that it was a black onion?
well. The very first one was a black IPA. So from the very first one from
okay.
July 2015
Gotcha.
was a black IPA. This is the
Yeah.
latest version.
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
So
cheers.
cheers.
Okay. Here's to cheering.
Here's the cheering. What do you think?
Tastes a lot better than it smells.
It does. I've had this. We bought a 4-pack of this, and this is the 4th one
Yeah.
of the 4-pack. And I would say this is the best version of this I've had.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't really care for I thought it was kind of thin
This does not taste thin at all.
No.
and not particularly
4-pack?
interesting. Yeah, same 4-pack. I think the difference is
The
2.5 weeks
Okay.
between when I had it last and now. I would say it's much better.
Would you say you like the rockin'
Well, I also
golden
think
naked
that-
oats?
2.5 weeks would not make that much of a difference.
Maybe it's the company.
Could be.
Maybe that's what the difference is. But I think it's a little more fruit forward this time. I still find it a little thin in the mouthfeel.
I actually
find
thought
it
the
thin?
mouthfeel was quite good on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Same. I agree.
Like a draping curtain over my tongue mouthfeel. No, maybe not that much.
You got curtains on your lips?
Anyway,
For another podcast.
but I'm still not loving it though. Like I want to like it more.
I'm happier with it than I thought. I also felt that it was.
I think what bothers me about it is the carbonation.
Yeah?
Because it tastes completely flat.
Yeah, it does. I think that's what kind of is killing it for me. That's
Yeah.
why that's why I'm disappointed with it. That's why I think the mouthfeel is not there for me because it's
Because it's so flat, you
It
don't
is.
get a mouthfeel or a fist.
there's no effervescence to it. And then when you agitate it in your mouth, there's
There's nothing.
nothing. It just
It's just
it's-
flaccid.
yeah. It's just it just lays there and gives you nothing in return. No matter how much you try to
No matter
to
how
work
much you
it,
agitate it.
no matter how much you agitate it and you work it, it just lays
Lays
there,
flat.
just flaccid, just doing nothing for you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Interesting.
Although it does have a nice apricot-y, pineapple-y fruit notes to it.
I can get pineapple, yeah. Which is not really a favorite flavor of mine.
In beers? No?
Well, in general,
You don't like pineapple?
not really, no.
Oh, poor Paulina.
Just Google that. I'm dying.
Oh.
Anyway, back to the beer.
Yes. I think we proved yes. So,
So,
this
I
is,
would say it's just a meh. I don't know.
I think everyone else heard you say that too.
Yeah, so your announcement of meh,
Meh.
was,
Meh. I don't know.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that was my...
But I mean, I think that's because, I mean, it says on the can as well, like, drink it fresh, and you've gotten a hold of a IPA that's from the 23rd of January, so.
It was widely available. I mean, it was easy to find on
So
several
maybe it
shelves.
wasn't that good fresh either, and that's why it's been sitting around.
Could be. I mean, I looked it up online and it got pretty decent ratings, and so that's what made me go for it. But I have to say that in the end, I am
Disappointed.
disappointed, and I have been every time I've had it. So I think I'm gonna go with like a 3.25 on this.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be right there with you on free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3.25 as
All right.
well. I
Good
mean,
job.
yeah, it tasted better than it smelled to me. It smells.
It tastes better than it smells. Yeah.
So-
But it's still. I mean, it's still lacking in
I just was
carbonation
really like
and.
ready to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to try a fresh one. So
Yeah.
you can send us a fresh can to
Just
www.
rebrew one can and send that over. And
Well, I mean, they haven't brewed it. They haven't put out a new version of this. I'm wondering if the Adaptation Ale this might be the terminal version of this line, and they're not going to make any more versions because it looked like they were doing at least a couple of versions a year, and it's now, like I said, July, and they haven't put out a new version. So I'm wondering if they're not going to do it again, or if they only do it once a year, and then
maybe
yeah.
we'll see.
Good point. Okay.
Okay, next beer.
On to the next one.
The next one, this is one I'm really excited about. This is the Nerdbrewing Override Imperial Chocolate Milkshake Stout. Coming in at a 10.9% ABV.
I feel like that's what I want my stripper name to be.
Override?
No, Imperial Chocolate Milkshake Stout on the stage.
Up next.
Up next.
Good job. So Nerdbrewing, one of our favorites, and when I saw this, I was like, I've got to get my hands on one of these.
Yeah.
And immediately went on Glassbanken and bought one, and it's sold out now. So if you were looking to find it there, you are out of luck. I'm
Shit out of luck.
sure it will pop up on
Box
beers at some point. But I've really enjoyed almost everything I've had from Nerdbrewing, so I expect this to be no difference. This nose on this is just roasted chocolatey.
It's like roasted chocolate milk on the nose.
Yeah, it smells
Smells
so
so
amazing.
good.
It smells heavenly.
It does. It really, really does. Oh, I can just smell it all day. You get like the milk chocolate cereal notes to this. Just
It really smells heavenly. Like
It does.
You said. I hope it tastes as good as it smells because then it will be.
there's a lot of carbonation on this too. I'm really surprised at how carbonated it is. But I guess that might be the lactose. It's just
That would probably just be the carbonation.
yeah, but it feels very like a milkshakey kind of.
Yeah.
All right, well, cheers.
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 That is thick.
Yeah. That is a really
Just like
excellent.
I like my Imperial Chocolate Milkshake Stout.
That is just an excellent example of a really well-rounded stout. I think
Yeah.
it's
Because it's got a good, it's got a good roastiness to back up all of the chocolate sweetness.
yeah. Did he do versions of this too? Was there? I'm sure there's a
I haven't
Vietnamese coffee
seen,
edition.
I haven't
or
seen
something
any
at some point.
versions of it, but I really hope that there would be a coffee version of it.
Because it already has that roasted
Yeah.
coffee kind of flavor to it. So I can see this being.
Slightly more forward coffee.
Maybe like a Brazilian coffee or Vietnamese coffee, and this would be
if they don't do a Vietnamese coffee, I'd be very surprised.
same.
Yeah. Yeah. This just works, man. This is a really good, I think, dessert beer.
Yeah. Because I don't think we've seen any. Like, this is probably the most kind of like dessert beer we've seen from Nerdbrewing so far.
Yeah, it could be. Depends on how you rate their what else if and what's the other one they do?
Well, Elsif and Index Out of Bounds.
Index Out of Bounds. I think Index Out of Bounds is really desserty. It's like
think?
their carrot cake.
Oh, the carrot cake was so good.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, there's been a couple of other dessert-ish beers from them.
I think
I feel like this one is the one that I feel like it's inching towards like the Omnipolo pastry stouts.
Yeah.
But it's not artificial.
Yeah.
Which is what makes this really great.
Oh yeah, I think this is what makes all of their stuff so much better. Is
Yeah.
they get all of the complexity in the roast, in the malts, in the flavor, but they don't just go crazy overboard into
Yeah.
the dessert overly sweetness areas. And I really enjoy this. I think this is just a really solid stout all the way around. The lactose isn't overpowering. It's mostly prevalent on the lips and the
Well, it gives you more
sweetness
body.
after.
Yeah, more body.
Gives you more body. Well, and sweetness, obviously, but
I think it's again one of those where, like, it matches the smell matches
Yeah.
what it tastes and the carbonation.
Yeah, this is one. It's best until January 2023, and it's one I wish I had like 3 bottles of, so I could have one now, and then have it again in like 6 months.
yeah.
Because I feel like it's a little bit on the raw side. Like everything is really, it's a little harsh.
It's very forward.
Yeah, it's very, very forward.
Let it soak in there a little bit more.
Yeah, just let it mellow in the bottle for,
Balance out a little bit.
yeah. And I think it's just going to be outstanding. So if I see this again somewhere,
You
gonna
tend to like
be-
it raw, but I would say
I do. But this is one that I think
could wait a couple.
can wait a
months.
little bit, a few more months, and
The weather would be perfect then too.
It would be, yeah. If you had it in like
December,
Christmas, yeah.
Christmas beer.
Damn it,
Maybe we can get our hands on some more.
I'm sure we could.
probably. But yeah, this is
New goal in life.
really, really good.
I'm enjoying
Nerd Brewing does not disappoint.
I don't think they've ever disappointed.
I don't think so either. I've always been very, very pleased with what they've done, and this again is not. Not
mean,
living
there's-
any well.
There's a reason for them being in like the top 3 breweries in Sweden on Untapped. So
Last time I checked, they were still number 1, but I don't know if that's the case or not.
yeah, I have no idea. I haven't been on Untapped in like a year. So
Yeah, honestly, if they had put like if they'd gone the Prairie Bomb route with this, with like some chili and some vanilla
And some coffee.
the coffee, I mean, I think that's what this is missing is another
layer.
note, another layer. Like it's just a really solid base, but it needs
There
something
could be that one
Would
more.
you say you want to override the override with one more flavor?
with one more flavor. Yeah,
Let's do it.
because I feel like, man, this is. And the more I drink it, the more I like it.
Yeah, I agree. So what do you rate it?
I'm gonna give it 4.5. I think it's excellent and really just hitting all the notes for me.
I'm gonna go 4.
4?
Only because maybe, like you said, maybe if we would have waited a little bit, or maybe it's because I haven't drank so many Imperial Stouts this summer. My
Well, it's
taste
not
buds
really
are-
a summer drink, so
No, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Maybe I'm off a little bit, but 4, solid 4 for me.
I'm gonna go right in between and do a 4.25.
Ooh, in between us.
Yes, just the place I like to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, you
Yes.
give this 6 months. I think it's a 5. You give it.
If you give it a little bit more, like you said, like give it a bit more chili, or give it some coffee, or something along that line, then it's going to be absolutely amazing.
yeah. It's just a beautiful, beautiful base beer and a beautiful example of an imperial chocolate stout.
But I'm sure we're going to see more versions of this.
Yeah, and if I see more online, I will definitely pick up a couple of bottles.
Yeah.
and not be cheap and just buy the one.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yep. All right.
All right.
So, check
So Sweden wins.
Sweden wins by far, hands down. It is
Cheers.
It's a no-brainer.
go Sverige. Oh, did you watch the World Cup? Did you enjoy the World Cup?
I did.
Did you watch all of it, or did you just watch the Sweden thing that went out? And then you didn't watch it anymore?
No. I watched the other matches as well. I didn't watch the final. I skipped on that one because I had other stuff to do.
Yeah,
Like,
you kind of. I mean, honestly, you kind of knew who was going to win that one.
Frank,
Well-
I don't know. The underdog, it could have been fun if Croatia won.
It would
Yeah.
be fun, but Croatia was not winning that match.
No.
There
Not
was
with
no way.
Mbappe. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the star of. Hey, he have a long career.
Yeah.
I just think it's great that Africa won their first World Cup in a long time.
Right.
I have to say, I didn't make that joke originally. I
No.
heard that on
Daily
on the
Show.
Daily Show. Yeah.
Me too.
But truly, I mean that
Yeah.
team was made up of
He
West
got-
African nationals.
It's Trevor Noah, Daily Show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He got shit from the was it the French Prime Minister or the French some French government official gave him shit for
saying
that.
that?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's funny.
I think I laughed.
I laughed too.
It's pretty funny.
All right. Well, until next time, you can find us on What's on Tap podcast.com.
Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes,
In your dreams.
In your dreams.
In your dreams.
Hopefully.
And all of your sex dreams. As well as YouTube.
I mean, we make enough sex jokes on there, so.
You might as well. It's just Anyway.
Yeah, YouTube as well.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
We're up to 18 followers, so.
18 subscribers.
Hooray. Thank you, guys.
Maybe we can get 19 now.
I hope so. I think we'll get there.
We'll see.
At least you're legal now.
Yep.
True.
So until next time.
Keep drinking, dumbass.